Good morning, everybody. My name's Taylor Smith. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to be going over our 2022 Antero Bamaga, so let's get right into it. Starting with our upgraded off-road all-terrain tires. A beautiful extended running board here that also has grips on it for all-around weather. Nice and slip resistant. We do have a carbon fiber lining all around the lower part of the section and then plastic right above, perfect for that off-roading experience. You don't really have to worry about getting any chips or scratches in your paint. All the way to the passenger side, almost to the rear, you have another exterior solar port, but you do also have 3 90-watt panels up there. So if you want just a little bit more solar on the go, you can definitely plug that in right there. It's nice and accessible to you. And then also right above, we have our Carefree awning with LED lights, and then that's also attached to our customized roof rack there. Now as we head over here to the rear of the coach, this is our off-road package, so it gives you that spare tire along with some extra storage. So you can definitely just check it out real quick. You can lock it, which is great. You don't want anybody stealing anything while you're on the go there. And it keeps it nice and protected from kids or anything like that. So if you need to put any ammo, guns, or you're going hunting, this is definitely safe space to keep it. And you have a little shelf right here as well to keep it nice and organized. And then you also have some more room on top of here if you wanted to kind of bungee wrap something on top. Kind of has its sides. It's all 4-boxed in there for you. Go ahead and close it. And then also you can use some grips and stuff to tie down things right here as well. It's on all 3 sides. And then it's not too hard to open up. So it does have a little hydraulics that help you push it open, so you don't really have to do much of the work to swing it open. Kind of got to hold it back a little bit. All right, and then we'll go ahead and open these doors. Alrighty, starting over here, this is going to be our outside shower station. It is nice and buckled up, so I like how it's nice and closed. You don't automatically just go ahead and see the shower. It's nice and hidden. You can keep it clean, a lot more flush. And then you also have an air compressor right here, along with your water pump, so you can turn that on and some more lighting as well. Inside this little cubby is going to be your exterior shower hose or hose, and then you also have the compressor hose in there. And then over here on the other side, this is where our lithium-ion batteries are. We have 4 total. Kind of just nice and hidden in there. And then we just have some other charging right here. We've got 2 USBs and then 2 more outlets. And I'll just jump up here to show you. You do have a bug screen. Easily just flops down. You can go ahead and zip it. You have a blackout screen and then also one that's see-through, so you can kind of enjoy the view but also have it nice and covered up. And then right above here, you have your another docking light and your rear view camera. You can see the rear view camera in 3 different settings. One where it will look directly below you, one where it will look directly behind you, and then one that kind of gives you a little bit more of a 160 view completely behind you. But super clean, clear picture. I'll show you guys that once we get inside. I'll just go ahead and button this up really quick. Nice and locks it in. And then you can also put a lock on this as well. So 2 lockings for this. Go on to the driver's side. Nice beautiful logo, and then along with you can open each window on either side, which I'll show you once we get in there. And then you do have your exterior ladder, so you can go ahead and check anything on the roof or tie some things up there as well. And then this is where your city water fill is going to be. You have 20 gallons of fresh and 18 gallons of gray. There is no black tank because we have our I'll show you our toilet contraption that we got inside. Right here is our easy access plug-in. It's a 30 amp shore power cord, so you'll definitely want to charge before you go. But with the lithium-ion batteries, you definitely have a lot of longevity there, including with the solar, to kind of go for a week or so, depending on how you're using all of your power. Right here is going to be your 24.5 gallon diesel fuel. What's super awesome about this, since we're talking about the diesel fuel, that's also going to be run off your heater. So for 1 gallon of fuel, you can run your heater for about 24 hours. So that's great. And it kind of keeps it consistent. Well, let me pop this open. Consistent heat throughout the coach. You can also set a timer on it. So if you're away, it'll kind of automatically turn on for you. And then before I pop the hood for you guys, I just wanted to show you more of our off-road package. So you get not only 2 of the lights up here, one on top, one right here, but you also have a wrench, and then just a whole beefier front end there for you. Let me find the little latch here. And then you do have the carbon, I'm just gonna set this down. Carbon fiber hood as well on the front. Found it, there we go. Alrighty, so everything's within hand's reach. If you're familiar with Mercedes, most of the Sprinters are gonna be like that. Make everything nice and accessible for you. So we have our DEF tank right here, our oil, and then we have the coolant and all that good stuff, but it is on a 3.0 L 6-liter cylinder turbo diesel, which is 4x4, and it's 180 power horse at 3,800 RPMs. Go ahead and close it. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Alrighty, so that is it for the exterior. Let's go ahead and head on inside. Before we pop in, I just want to show you our little safety things that we have in here already. We have our fire extinguisher. We do have a CO2, and then this is just our, geez, I'm drawing a blank today. Smoke detector, geez. Then we also have the first aid survival kit right in here. Kind of gives you some packaged food, some water, and little things here and there just to kind of help band-aids, all that good stuff. And then you can also access your awning lights right here, your docking lights, and then also the carefree awning. Cool feature is that you actually have to turn it on and off before you can retract it. So it's kind of just like a nice little safety mechanism in there as well. Now that we're popping on the inside, this is just a nice little way to get into the bed in case you're a little shorter. But now that the doors are all nice and closed, you can tell we have a pretty good garage area. Our nice little smart floor right here, so you can get a bunch of different tie downs and whatnot. You can add additional seats that are also the 3-point seat belts. So if you're interested in that, to kind of be able to safely drive down the road with some kiddos, you can definitely do that as well. And then this is our toilet contraption that I was telling you about. So it's going to be about 2.5 gallons. It does have a nice little flushing thing in there, but of course, more so just for emergencies. But many campgrounds always have porta potties and whatnot and showers. So while you're going down the road, at least you do have this accessible if you absolutely need it. And then you can also use it as a chair. Once I put down the bed. So while you're off-roading, they added extra little latches here just so it doesn't come unclipped while you're off-roading and going up mountains and whatnot. So you just release this. That will unlatch your bed. And this is just kind of half of the bed. This is one of my favorite bed setups, unlike like a Murphy bed or just one bed that completely pulls down from one side, just because you could take these cushions off super easily. And then this can be kind of your little kitchen area. You can just grab some chairs. You can use it as a desk, a working station. I mean, you can get creative with it. There's so many different things that you could do. So I just love the versatility that this bed has, just because it splits in half. Doesn't take up too much room. And then you do want to make sure you kind of button these when you do flip it back up, just because it will kind of get lost. It's not too hard to get it out, but it kind of just keeps it from getting stuck down there when you do clip it up. But also, whoops, the door's closed, so I'll show you the other window. Whoops, unlatch this one. Perfect. Put this back down too. Oops, it's out of the way. There we go. But these are the nice windows that I was telling you that's on either side. And you can easily just open them up. So you can get some nice crosswinds in here if it's a nice beautiful day and you want to save your battery power and you don't want to use our 12-volt AC, which is also up here as well. That comes with a nice handy dandy remote, so you don't really have to worry about coming all the way over here to kind of set any of the settings. But you can go ahead and turn it on, cool, dry, or just use it as a fan. And then these are fully insulated for all the windows, including that front windshield and side windows and the one that's over the kitchen. These are awesome just because they're magnetic. You don't have to worry about zipping them up there, and then you can keep it heat. You can keep your heat inside or keep the heat out. So they're just super awesome instead of having to worry about, you know, using a bug screen or using a blackout screen and there's not very much insulation there. But now since I have this side down, I'll kind of show you the full length of the bed. Perfect. So it is pretty roomy. You can definitely sleep 2 people up here. I mean, maybe even 3 with a little kiddo. But if not, you can make a little bunk bed status and put some sleeping bags underneath you with some cushions. But I just like how the bed isn't completely all the way next to the doors. So if you wanted to set anything down or kind of have anything next to you bedside, so you don't really have to, you can get down here and crawl under if you don't want to crawl over your person to kind of go to the bathroom at night or anything like that. And then also just if it's a really cold night or really hot night, you kind of you're not super close up to the windows so you can feel the temperature. Alrighty. And then just the storage, that's pretty much all within eyes level. We got 3 little bungee cords right here where you can get creative with that and kind of store anything. Nice little reading light. And also our power cubby is going to be over here. Nice little fun thing where you can kind of change the lights up above to any kind of colors to make it fun. And then you have some more charging stations, 2 USBs and then 2 more plugins. And you also have a USB right here. But it's just a nice little power cubby, especially if you lose your phone a lot, you kind of can put it there. It's your little safe space for any of your electronics. And then directly above us over here, we have more cubbies. So a little bit more storage. With the vans, you're always trying to find any and every way to kind of have little cracks and crevices where you could store things, because it is minimal, but it's definitely ideal. You can do it. And then this is just for that shore power cord to plug in. And then this is that little insulated sleeve for you for your other window that we had over here. And then down below, we just have our breakers. And then our fuses, so it's right here in front of you. If you pop a fuse or a breaker or anything like that, you could definitely change it out yourself. And then this is just our 3,000 watt inverter, so that's an upgraded inverter. Standard is 2,000 watt, so with the 4 lithium-ion batteries, your 3,000 watt inverter, and then also all 3 solar panels, you definitely have a lot of charging and capability to kind of take you out anywhere you'd like for an extended period of time. This is just a drawer to kind of open up, more so for when you're using the bed, but also too if anything falls in the cracks, you'll be able to access it. Same for this one, and then we already looked at the lithium-ion batteries. So now we'll just pop over here. Then this is where, once I move the toilet out of the way here, this is where all of our plumbing's going to be, so all the hoses and whatnot. If you have anything going on, this is where it's located. If you're kind of like a nice little handyman, you can figure things out for yourself. It is all within hand's reach, so you can tie off the hoses and stuff like that. And then you have another storage area that is not already filled. But as you can see in this storage area, it's nice and insulated in here to kind of keep that heat and cool out. Move this out of the way. Back in that corner, and then we'll kind of go in our kitchen area. But before we go there, I just wanted to show you our nice little overview of all of the power. We have our speaker system here that is nice and Bluetooth and goes throughout the whole entire van. This is going to be our heater. Right now it is off because it is a beautiful day finally here in Colorado. We can count down the days. But you can turn on your fan, you could set different temperatures. You could put your time on there, so then you could turn it on at a certain time every day if you're going to be gone, and so forth. Here is our battery charge. So we're at a 13.2 volts, pretty strong. fresh tank and black, well, it's actually the gray, but our fresh is 0, and then the gray is 0 as well, and then this is just our little pump on. This is the master, so this is kind of like our power disconnect here. If we just push it, turns everything off, turns everything back on. All 3 of our lights that I have on right now, and then this is just for your hot water. Your hot water tank capacity is 2.5 gallons, just so you know. So when you do heat up that water, you have about 2.5 gallons to be able to heat up before you run out. This is your just Xantrax, that 3000 watt inverter, and it kind of just shows you all the charge that's going in and out. So a little overview of all the battery power. Here is one of the first little cubbies here. It's kind of for storage. I mean, you can use it for clothes, you can use it for food, anything you'd like. And then you have a nice little drawer right here. Maybe for pans or bowls or anything like that. Trash bags, cleaning supplies. And directly across from that, you have 3 more big drawers and a nice little thing for utensils or anything like that, just so you can keep it nice and organized. And then this is just a nice little cubby where you can kind of keep your sponges and stuff, but at least it's there. And right over here, we have a beautiful 10-inch deep sink. So it is small, but it is mighty. Just because of how deep it is, all nice stainless steel. I like the square look, just makes it a little bit more classy. And then you have your nice little drain right here to catch all the nasties. And then you also have the little tray thing in here to kind of keep it from any dents or anything like that. Kind of helps keep it clean too. And then you also get the cutting board to kind of close it up here, give you a bigger counter space. And directly across from that, well, beside it actually, that's going to be a nice little magnet. So when you're kind of traveling around the world, you want to get a bunch of different magnets that show you where you're going. I thought that's like a cute little idea to post up there or put any pictures of your kids or anything like that. Then you have your single burner induction. And one of the bigger sizes fridge that's in a van, so bigger than the Solus and the Revels. And you kind of have your little tiny freezer, but it's perfect for some nice pops to put in there or some ice cubes. But you definitely have bigger extended fridge here. And a microwave. It's a little bit on the smaller side, but at least you do have the microwave. It's not really common to see microwaves in a van. And then another bigger storage area. And directly above that, you have a nice little fan where it could suck the heat out if you'd like, or it can go ahead and blow some hot water to help keep it warm. All right, and then here are our other insulated covers that I was telling you about. So this is going to be for the front windshield, and then you also do have 2 for the sides. And there's some more storage up here. You don't need to keep them up here, but at least it's right there when you need it. And now that we're going in the front of the van, these are both, they both swivel, so you can kind of create a bigger living area, and they're also heated. But I'll go ahead and fire up for you so you can kind of see. So right now it's just showing me, whoops, kind of loud. It was showing me. It was just showing me that my door was ajar, just so another safety thing to make sure. Because sometimes even when you do close it, you're not slamming it just right, and then it will kind of scream at you while you're going down the road. So I like that it instantly reminds you before you start driving, and then you have to pull over. As far as the steering wheel, you have all the upgraded things on the steering wheel. You can access the home page. You could do your cruise control, flip through other screens, but through here. And then you can answer phone calls, set your volume, set favorites, and all that good stuff. Check out your trip. And then over directly across from you, you could do your settings, your media, radio, that's the phone, so you can download certain phone numbers if you want, and you can kind of just explore all the apps here. And also Android or CarPlay capabilities. Down below here is just you're going to be your volume, your radio, pretty much another overview just in case you're having some screen issues. You're still able to kind of set things with buttons. And then down below here, you have your hazards, your heating, and your cooling. And then you have plenty of cup holders here. And then directly over here, we have our little Antero handy dandy manual and also toolkit. So you have some tools there so you can help change out a tire or do anything kind of that you need to on the road. And also has a USB that you can plug in to kind of access your whole handbook. And then you have the nice Mercedes-Benz that has all of the bells and whistles and specs for your chassis. And that is pretty much it for the 2022 Antero Bamaga. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you're interested in this unit, go ahead and call me at 970-388-7937. Enjoy your guys' Wednesday.